Coming in again with a 1-2 record after back-to-back losses, and this supposedly a neutral site, and wearing the red is the Hogs of Arkansas. But I think there's a lot more Aggie fans in here probably than you would expect. Brad Nessler, Ty Blackledge, Holly Rowe. If you're joining us from another ESPN network, we welcome you to AT&T in Arlington. Crucial game. Yeah. If you didn't see us talking about it in the open.
Right.
Arkansas's got to have this one.
Well, they really do. They lost back-to-back games at home, games that everybody kind of expected them to win. They lost to Toledo and Texas Tech. And the good news for them is this is the beginning of SEC play. So a win tonight against a fastly improving Texas A&M team would get Arkansas well in a hurry. So it's a very important game.
We kind of thought that they were just going to road grader here early and see if they could get their ground game going behind that massive offensive line. We haven't seen enough of them to know if that's going to be the case.
I think they're going to try to keep mixing things up. I think they have a lot of confidence in their quarterback, Brandon Allen, his decision making, how he's throwing the football, and they're going to throw a lot on early downs to also go with that run game. But they need to try to keep this Texas A&M defensive line off balance, and the best way to do that is to mix up the run and the pass.
Well, a guy that won a lot of these games in the matchup that is now in its 72nd outing, Frank Broyles, 58-76. And he was on with Keith Jackson for a while. That was a great sound between those two. Looking on and hoping that Brett Bielema can even his mark at 2-2 tonight. A lot of frustrated Arkansas fans after the loss to Texas Tech, followed by the one before that was Toledo. And at that point, you're going to holy Toledo. And there's a guy that was on the '64 Arkansas national championship team. And part of the reason this game's going to be played here for about the next 10 years. Jerry Jones, president general manager of the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry, former Arkansas Razorback. His Cowboys play tomorrow afternoon against the Atlanta Falcons. So this stadium, the end zones and everything going to have to be changed, and the hash marks and everything else in a hurry sometime late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Alex Collins, a single setback. He'll get the call, trying to bounce it off tackle. Does. Nice move in the open field and a first down. A run of about 12.
Alex Collins is not as big as he was a year ago. He dropped about 15 pounds, but he still runs with a lot of power. Good read of the blocking, and then when it was time to get straight up the field, lowered that shoulder and got 2 or 3 extra yards.
You mentioned earlier, coming off a career high last week with 28 carries. He had 170 yards. Albeit in a loss to the Red Raiders. Got his team a little more breathing room here at the 26-yard line. They fake the stretch on the bootleg as Allen throws to his tight end Sprinkle, and he gets to the 30-yard line. Let's take a look at our Chick-fil-A impact players tonight. And as you might expect, Alex Collins, one of the impact players offensively for Arkansas. We put impact players on both ends, and Holly already talked about them in the open. Myles Garrett and Deshaun Hall together, probably the best defensive end tandem in college football. At least you can argue that point.
Well, and especially if they are dictating when you have to throw the football. That's why it's so critical to mix in early down passing and movement passing like that last bootleg.
Here's a quick throw, wide receiver screen, JoJo Robinson. And one of the guys we said would have to step up did there for a first down.
See, this is a different looking Arkansas team. The new offensive coordinator, Dan Enos, came here the last 5 years. He was the head coach at Central Michigan. And Brett Bielema got him to join the staff, and they're a little bit better throwing the football. And his idea of balance is not 50-50 run pass. It's whatever the game dictates that you can do both equally well. In the Toledo game, Brandon Allen threw the ball 53 times. Now that's not typical Arkansas football, but they can throw it better than they've done in the last few years.
Nice play fake. Allen steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off again. He had a 17-yard scramble earlier. He's got another one that's longer or very close to being the same.
You know, one of the statistics that's all over the Arkansas game notes is that their offensive line has not given up a sack all season. Part of that is because of a smart quarterback. He knows how to step up in the pocket, and he knows when there's nothing there to take off and get positive yardage. That helps an offensive line pass protect.
You know, we saw him a couple of years ago, and he's a very different quarterback. We watched his arm is stronger. Obviously, his decision-making is better. I guess it should be he's a senior and as a captain, but he's taken this team by the pigtails, if you will. And he's done a nice job here early. Collins, nice run. Busted into the secondary to the 40. Pickup of about 7.
Well, right now, that big offensive line is doing their job of controlling the line of scrimmage. There's not a lot of penetration by the Texas A&M defensive front. And they're doing a nice job of keeping them back on their heels a little bit by mixing run and pass.
Cody Walker, their fullback, has a broken thumb, and that means Kendrick Jackson, a freshman at fullback, will see a lot of action. And right now, he's the up man in the eye on 2nd down and 3. Quick throw, complete out to Drew Morgan. And Morgan's got the 1st down. There's their leading receiver.
See, this is just a good read by the quarterback. There's probably a run play called here. But you see all these white jerseys, that's too many guys to block. So there's 2 against 2 out here. That's just a read by the quarterback to go ahead and raise up and throw the ball. See, the line is blocking run, and the quarterback and the receiver are on the same page. If we get those kind of numbers, we're going to throw the ball out quickly.
They've run it 6 times, they've thrown it 6 times, and Brandon Allen hasn't missed one yet. Although they have not been big plays, but they've been effective. 1st down at the 34 of Texas A&M. Looked like the right tackle flinched a little bit. And we're going to have a false start.
Offense, number 32.
And that's the one thing that you can't afford if you're Arkansas offensively. You have to stay on schedule against this kind of a defensive pass rushing team. And what that means is you can't have negative plays on 1st or 2nd down and put yourself in 3rd down and long type plays. You have to get 3 yards, 4 yards, and give yourself manageable yardage when you get to 3rd down.
That false start was on Hunter Henry, the tight end, who was in right next to the right tackle. And Garrett and Hall on the sideline in this particular instance on a 1st and 15. Bunch receiver set on the left. Ooh, that screen, I don't even know how he got it there, but he got it there. And it's Riley Williams, the freshman, with flag down.
That was a pressure set by Texas A&M, and that's a John Chavis special. Whenever they go into that double eagle look where they cover the center and both guards, they're going to bring pressure. And they brought pressure against the screen. And sometimes when you hit a screen against man-to-man, you can pop a big play.
Hubert Owens is our referee.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
So they had something rolling, and then they had a false start, and now they got a holding call, and they're going the wrong direction.
And right now what Brett Bielema needs his quarterback to do is be smart here. You know, you've got some momentum. You're making plays on offense. You're keeping this defense off balance. Now you've hurt yourself and given yourself a bad 1st down situation with long yardage. Don't try to get it all back in a hurry. You still have 3 downs.
The 1st down marker is all the way down at the 24-yard line. And they snapped this one at the 49. So 1st and 25. Again, they throw it out complete to JoJo Robinson. Got a 1st down out of the first one, not this time. Donovan Wilson comes over and makes the tackle. And it'll be 2nd down and long.
Donovan Wilson is off to a really good start for this Texas A&M defense. He just has a nose for the football. No tackles for loss, causing fumbles, making big plays.
Normally they're nickel back, and we asked John Chavis yesterday, you're going to keep him out there in any situation you can because he's been such an impact player. A couple sacks, a couple forced fumbles, an interception. He said, yeah, we got to play him at safety, corner, wherever we need to put him because he needs to be one of our best 11 on the field. Tight end on the move now, sets up behind Allen. Brandon down the middle. What a throw. Close to a 1st down to Drew Morgan. He might have it with forward progress.
Really good pass protection. They kept the back end to help, so you have an extra blocker. And Brandon Allen doing a nice job of stepping up in the pocket. Watch the protection. Nice job by the tailback Alex Collins. And Brandon Allen able to deliver the ball down the middle.
You don't figure a 2nd down and 21 you're going to pick it up until you throw a 22-yard dart like that one. First down just inside the A&M 24. They haven't allowed a sack, as Todd said earlier, and that time they had a nice pocket around number 10. Now the ground game. Collins broke one tackle, gets down to the 20.
You know, ironically, when we're talking about Alex Collins, this is his 17th career SEC game. Only 2 times against SEC opponents has he gone over 100 yards, both of them against Texas A&M.
Yep.
So I'm sure he's hoping to repeat that again tonight.
With the second Razorback ever to have back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Darren McFadden is the other. Second down and 6 at the 20. It'll be Collins again. Straight up the middle. Forward progress got him about the 17-yard line.
But see, that's a good running play for Arkansas because there was no penetration. And Alex Collins was able to pound the ball forward for a couple of yards, and now you have a 3rd and manageable situation. You've got a lot of options on 3rd down with this kind of distance. Now the real challenge for Arkansas, can they be better in the red zone? That has been a problem. They were 1 for 5 against Toledo, a big reason why they lost that game. They've worked very hard on their red zone offense this entire week.
They only have 5 touchdowns in the red zone, and they're 9 out of 14 overall.
Tight ends are big targets in the red zone.
3rd and 3. Play action. Allen throws, got it, and it's Morgan, touchdown. Drew Morgan with his 3rd touchdown catch of the year.
Drew Morgan got the catch. Brandon Allen made the throw. But Raleigh Williams, the freshman tailback out of Dallas, got the key block that enabled Brandon Allen to read the defense and make that touchdown throw.
Cole Hedlund's extra point is right down the middle. A long drive, 86 yards and 11 plays. 7 minutes and 15 seconds it took. And Brandon Allen finds a wide open number 80. It's 7-0 Arkansas. Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Hilton. Great looking drive by the Arkansas Razorbacks. Went almost the length of the field in 11 plays. 7 minutes and 15 seconds to get Brandon Allen's 7th touchdown pass of the year.
A really good mix of run and pass, use of formation, multiple use of tight ends, and Brandon Allen just kind of orchestrating it all as the veteran quarterback.
Last week we saw Grayson Lambert go 24 out of 25. Brandon Allen's 9 out of 9. We're a quarterback's dream right now. Here's the kick to the far side, and Christian Kirk caught it and stepped out of bounds at the 4.
Yeah, freshman mistake.
Oh. Put himself and the team in a hole. We do have some flags down, so wait 1 second here. You got to let that one go and give yourself great field position instead of running out of sideline.
Kevin Sumlin hoping the penalties against Arkansas,
sure.
But I don't know that it will be.
So our referee and the umpire have a little meeting.
After the play was over, personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 26 of the receiving team.
Now they're going to put it at the 1.5.
First down.
It's even worse, but not a lengthy penalty, but it isn't going to help Kyle Allen and the offense. They're going to be almost standing in their own end zone when we come back. Final Four championship women's basketball and playoff national championship game with Ohio State. Here it's the SEC opener between the Aggies and the Razorbacks.
Well, this is where I don't like the quarterback always being in the shotgun.
And a quick throw out and a completion, and they hurry up here. Got themselves out of the shadow of their own goalpost, at least with that throw, and it's going to be the same set, an empty backfield for Kyle Allen. 3 wide outs to the bottom and 2 to the top. He pumps once. He wanted to go long, and now comes back across the middle, and a nice throw and a first down to Ricky Seals-Jones.
Good poise that time by Kyle Allen. Back-to-back plays, throwing from deep in his own end zone.
And the Aggies hustle up to the 20-yard line, waiting for the sticks to be moved, and they're ready to snap it.
See, the empty backfield really forces these guys to play in space for Arkansas and stress the 2 linebackers.
Both the quarterbacks perfect so far. And still, Kyle Allen, a broken tackle by Josh Reynolds. Reynolds to the middle of the field. Finally upended it as he got it to the 42-yard line. 36-yard pitch and catch. And a nice run after the catch by Josh Reynolds.
Well, nice pass protection by the A&M front, a 4-man rush. And you can see a little fatigue on that defensive front as all new bodies coming in for Arkansas now. But good pocket for Kyle Allen, and in just a matter of a couple plays in a minute or so, they're all the way out past the 50-yard line.
Well, they can take a breather because we've come to the end of the first quarter. Arkansas's defense can inhale at least for a second. The end of one. Arkansas Razorbacks leading the Aggies of Texas A&M by a touchdown.
I love it, yeah, I love it when you get that beat. Boots on.
SEC on ESPN and the SEC opener between the Razorbacks and the Aggies. End of quarter number 1 with Arkansas in front by a touchdown. And you're watching the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive game of the week. And a pretty good drive going on right now by Texas A&M. I think they probably would have preferred the quarter didn't come to a close because they were rolling.
They were rolling, and defensive coordinator Rob Smith couldn't have been happier to have a chance to get his guys over to the sideline and talk to them. I want to get them back on the same page.
Blitz, play fake, Allen down the middle, and a perfect strike. Christian Kirk, the freshman, he is sensational. Touchdown. Man, he is lightning when he gets his hands on it. 44-yard touchdown.
Well, they had the matchup that they wanted. Henry Tolliver is the guy they wanted, number 5 on Kirk, but that little stutter step froze Tolliver, and then once he caught it, I mean, he is so good in the open field with his speed and vision. Another long touchdown run, and we're kind of getting used to seeing that out of Christian Kirk.
Yeah, we are. Taylor Bertolette in for the point after. Kick is up to tie it up. Didn't take long into quarter number 2 for Kyle Allen to hook up with maybe one of the most exciting freshmen in the country. Christian Kirk caps off a 97-yard drive in 4 plays. Even ball game at Arlington. Allen's tangling up here. No relation, but Kyle and Brandon have been picture perfect tonight in the first half for these 2 teams.
Combined 15 for 15.
Bertolette to kick. That's Riley Williams. JoJo Robinson is back at the goal line as well. And this one's going to be too deep for Robinson. He'll take a knee. Give us a chance to check in with Adnan for the first time in our game.
Thank you, Brad. A Taco Bell studio update. 3rd time Tennessee had led Florida in the 4th quarter since they last beat them in 2004. Down in Gainesville, that's Aaron Medley. Had the distance, but he'd never attempted a 50-yard field goal before in his life, falls short. Florida wins it. Wow.
Wow, that's a big win for the Gators.
Oh, man.
A big comeback win. Looked like Tennessee was going to snap that long streak against Florida, but in the swamp, the Gators survive. Here it's 7-7 between the Hogs and the Aggies. Brandon Allen's gone over 5,000 yards passing in his career now. 7th Razorback to do that. His team at the 25-yard line to start off. And it's Alex Collins. Big hole up the middle. And he's picked up about 14 before they can track him down.
This is the way to attack Texas A&M. Go right at the heart of the defense. You've got this huge offensive line. You've got linebackers for Texas A&M that are talented, but they really have not been in John Chavis's defense that long. The entire starting linebacking core missed all of spring football with injuries. And then the starting inside backer, A.J. Hilliard, was suspended the first 2 games. Otaro Alaka didn't play against Arizona State. So they're still kind of feeling their way through this defense, and Arkansas attacking them.
They fake the end around of Morgan. Collins trying to bounce off that first guy. And it was A.J. Hilliard, who Todd just mentioned, the inside linebacker, number 46. And he's kind of their guy that gets everybody in the right spots defensively.
When we saw these guys in week 1, we didn't see either one of those 2 guys.
Right.
Neither one of them played. They were also missing 2 of their guys on the inside, defensive tackles, that are a big part of their rotation. So they're really a different looking defensive football team right now.
As we looked at John Chavis, defensive coordinator in the press box. Brandon Allen in the gun here now on 2nd down and 8. Throws a slant again. Perfect throw to JoJo Robinson. First down, Arkansas.
JoJo Robinson's one of those young receivers that's going to have to step up for Arkansas. I thought it was interesting. Dan Enos said, you know, Brandon Allen has really done a great job taking these young guys, spending extra time with them after practice, watching film with them, because he knows that he's only going to be as good as those guys develop.
Dan Enos said, man, you got to take command, be a leader, be a leader. Meanwhile, Brett Bielema pulled him aside, his quarterback this week, and said, would you please go out and have some fun? He's having a little bit of fun right now. First down at the 49. Riley Williams, the tailback in this instance, and he gets peppered. Well, he bounced off, and the kid that played about 20 miles from here gets positive yardage. I thought he was dead in the water, and he picked up about 5.
Otaro Alaka had him dead to rights in the backfield. Just was not able to wrap up the young back. Watch 42 come unblocked. Gets a good hit, but not able to wrap his arms. And Raleigh Williams turns it into a positive game. But they are really running straight ahead at this A&M defense. It's hard to get outside of them with those 2 defensive ends, Deshaun Hall and Myles Garrett. Run right at them and just keep punching them in the stomach if you can.
The tight end Sprinkle in motion to a slot on the right. Looked like offside, but Brandon Allen's going to throw here. Might be a free play. Completes it to Dominique Reed, and let's see about the penalty marker.
I think Dalen Mack jumped off sides. He is very quick, this young freshman out of Gladewater, Texas. He's going to be a great player. Very explosive first step. That time a little bit too quick.
And it's going to be declined. That's what Hubert Owens is looking at the sideline saying, Coach, you don't want to take this. You want the play, right? And the play is going to be a first down.
Boy, both of these quarterbacks are just running the show. I mean,
offside defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
This young guy is really going to be a great player. He just anticipating the snap count and a little too quick, and credit Brandon Allen for not giving up on the play and getting more than the 5 yards with the completion.
He made a couple plays in the game against Nevada last week that were pretty scary for a freshman that weighs 335 pounds. So another good drive by Arkansas. They've moved it inside the Aggies 40. First down at the 38. Time winding down here on the play clock. Just got it off in time. And it's Williams.
Late flag. This is going to knock him back off schedule. Probably a holding call on Arkansas.
I got a hold on number.
One of the things that kind of goes a little bit unnoticed to the average viewer is how much Brandon Allen does in the run game.
Number 70. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Dan Skipper, the right tackle, all 6'10" of him. That's right, 6'10", 331-pounder with the holding call. It's going to back it up. to the 48-yard line. If you missed it in the open, Holly was talking about the size of these guys on the offensive front. They average 328 pounds.
Boy, I just watched the replay of that. That's a tough call to go against Skipper. There's no way I think that was a hold, but it knocks Arkansas back.
All three receivers to Brandon Allen's left side. Going to give it off to Collins. Alex made one guy miss. Another flag. Might have another holding call as Collins gets half of that penalty back. And again, that was thrown in the vicinity. It appeared to be they might be going the other way again.
Holding. Offense. Number 65. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
That was on Mitch Smothers, the center.
Now that one I saw a little bit more. Kind of took his man down. The holding call before this, I think, really was a bad call that went against Arkansas. But nonetheless, Texas A&M all of a sudden stymieing this drive that started off so promising for Arkansas. We saw them in this situation before in their touchdown drive. They knocked themselves way back on first down and hit the big pass on second down. But this is not easy to do.
No. They had a 2nd and 21 that they picked up. They got a 1st and 30 here after back-to-back penalties. 4 penalties against Arkansas in this half, and the last 2 have been killers. Draw play, nice spin move, but only back to the line of scrimmage is Collins. Jarrett Johnson made the play, number 40.
I think Sean Washington came on a blitz too, and he kind of changed the course of Alex Collins. Didn't make the tackle, but he altered the timing of the play.
Sean's another one of those guys that wasn't going through spring ball, and we didn't see him in week 1 either. He's actually a leading returning tackler, even though he missed 3 games last year with injuries. Well, when you got a hot quarterback, you're going to need him on 2nd down and 30. Boy, Myles Garrett in a track stance and a stunt up front. Here comes the pressure. The throw is complete again, though, down the middle. And a good job holding those 2 defensive ends from getting to the quarterback.
Same kind of throw that they converted to 2nd down and 21. This was longer yardage needed. But again, Brandon Allen with a nice pocket, stepping up in the pocket and throwing that deep in route to bring up 3rd down.
Got it to Morgan. He's still perfect, 12 for 12. Morgan's got the touchdown catch. And now a big one down the middle to make 3rd down possible, at least 3rd and 13.
We have a tight end on the side of Myles Garrett to make him go a little bit further around the edge.
That's down on the bottom of your screen, number 32, Hunter Henry, and everybody jumps. And Skipper, I think, is going to have a false start again. He's working against the guy on the other side, Mayshawn Hall, who's pretty much as good as Myles Garrett.
And he's working with no help.
False start. Offense. Number 7. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
You know, he doesn't have a tight end or he doesn't have a back. Now, you know, he reacted a little bit to Deshaun Hall moving towards the neutral zone. Boy, that's a couple penalties against Dan Skipper that I think were bad calls.
Bill Lamagna is our official up here in the booth. What do you think, Bill, of that one?
It looked to me like the defensive player came across first and he picked up and reacted. And if he's directly across or to the side of him, that offensive guy gets the benefit of the doubt on that.
He didn't get it that time. Here comes a blitz from the secondary. Allen hit as he throws, and he still somehow completed it. It's not a first down, but he got it to the 35-yard line.
He took a shot too.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't. You're not going to make a very good living throwing 3rd and long against this defense. You have to stay on schedule, and the penalties have really hurt Arkansas. You got to hang on to the ball. He takes a big shot at the end of the play. Obiaha with the hit.
And remember, his little brother Austin is the backup quarterback. And Arkansas is going for it on 4th down.
You trust your quarterback here. He's been perfect. He's made good decisions. You trust him with the ball in his hands.
They got Drew Morgan in the slot on the right side. He's been their favorite target. They're going to bring an extra rusher. Allen fires sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Donovan Wilson. Coming the other way. Wilson picks up a blocker. And a nice run back by Donovan Wilson in the first misfire by Brandon Allen. Penalty marker down at the end of the play.
Well, the intended receiver was JoJo Robinson. There was a little contact with Donovan Wilson, but Robinson never looked around to find the football. I think there was a late hit on Texas A&M during the return that's going to back them up a little bit. Too many penalties in the game, though. It's really disrupting the rhythm and the flow of the football game.
We talked about how valuable Donovan Wilson has been in that John Chavis defense. This will be his second interception of the year. Sophomore out of Shreveport, Louisiana. And we get the call.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 21 on the defense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 95 on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. That's number 95's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul.
So 2 fouls against A&M on the interception return. They're going to have the ball, but their field position is not going to be nearly what it would have been. So Brandon Allen was perfect until this long throw ran into his own tailback. His receiver didn't turn around, and the Aggies have the ball back. Turnover of the game, Donovan Wilson's interception and return. There were 2 penalties on the Aggies, so instead of being out around the 27-yard line, they start on at their own 7. Little pitch to Kirk. And Kirk in the open field again. Christian Kirk all the way out to the 40-yard line.
Well, this is the play that West Virginia made so famous in their bowl win over Clemson. It looks like a fancy play, but it's an incomplete pass if the ball's dropped, and Christian Kirk catches that at full speed and then sees a seam, and that's all he needs. And all of a sudden, again, Texas A&M not bothered by the bad field position.
Not the 40, the 36. My fault on that call. First down, play fake. Allen down the middle. Here's Kirk again. Christian Kirk. 4 guys trying to wrap him up. They don't get him. Kirk. He might get there. Almost. First and goal. Texas A&M. Wow.
They put him in the backfield this time and snuck him out. Watch where Christian Kirk is. He's right here. And when he slips out, nobody picks him up. That's a mistake by the Arkansas defense because they lost track of where Christian Kirk was.
And all of a sudden, and just like that, they work from their own 7 to the Arkansas 7. And first and goal. And it's courtesy of Christian Kirk. Timeout taken by the Razorbacks. They want to line their defense up and find out who's going to take care of that guy. First and goal for the Aggies when we come back. All right, and thanks. 7-yard line right now for Texas A&M. They did it in a hurry, and the freshman is making an impact again, Todd.
Well, and a great job by Jake Spavital, the offensive coordinator, moving Christian Kirk around and putting him in different spots to get him the football. Really fooled the Arkansas defense.
Down to about the 2-yard line on the carry is Trey Carson. Tevin Beanham made the tackle. Christian Kirk's got 3 catches today. They've gone for 44, 29, and 57 yards is the one that got him to the 7-yard line. I'd say that's a pretty good day so far. Considered the #1 player in the state of Arizona last year. The previous year, the #1 player in the state of Arizona was Kyle Allen, and that's been the battery, number 10 to number 3. Second down and goal at the 2. Allen wanted to keep this one himself, and he got swallowed up by Jeremiah Ledbetter. I think Kyle probably wishes he would have handed that one off.
Yeah, I think he tried to get a little bit too tricky on that one. He held that ball in the belly as long as he could and should have just left it there.
You know, the last 7 scoring drives against Arkansas have all been touchdowns. Let's see if they can hold the Aggies to a field goal attempt. They're backed up outside the 5 now. Allen fires too high, intended for Ricky Seals-Jones, and it looks like they are going to hold him to a field goal.
Nice job by their leader back there, Brooks Ellis, number 51, the linebacker, running underneath that route. He anticipated where the ball was going, and he got right underneath that route and made it very difficult for Kyle Allen to throw the football.
Ricky Seals-Jones is 6'5", but he would have had to been 7'5" to catch that one. Taylor Bertolet in for the field goal attempt. He's perfect so far this year. 37's his longest. This should be a chip shot from the right hatch of 23 yards to try to give the Aggies their first lead. And it's up and good. So with 5:33 remaining in the first half, Aggies out in front for the first time today, 10-7. Christian Kirk is finding success tonight, brought to you by Expedia.
Well, they moved him around. They got him the football. First on the end around the jet sweep. It's a pass, not a handoff. And then they lined him up in the backfield, slipped him out, fooled the Arkansas defense. I mean, those were maybe the two shortest throws that Christian Kirk's ever caught, but he does all the work with the runs after the catch. He
actually had 86 yards of reception on that drive, even though they got bounced back, so it's considered an 80-yard drive in 6 plays. All the positive yardage was to number 3, and it ended up with a 23-yard field goal by Bertolet, who's got it teed up to kick back to Arkansas with a little over 5.5 minutes to go in the quarter. This one should be, well, maybe not returnable. It won't be. Let's go down to Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, this is big news for Arkansas. Their tight end, Hunter Henry, who was the leading receiver, still healthy on this club coming into today, got an injury to his right rib area in that first touchdown drive. He was on the sidelines for a long time. They examined him. They gave him an inhaler. He was struggling to catch his breath. In between these series, he ran to the locker room. He's back out now, but we've got to keep our eye on him. That would be a huge blow to this Arkansas offense. Hunter Henry with 14 receptions coming into today is a huge part of what they do. Keep your eye on number 32.
All right, there he is. And again, the reason he doesn't have a name on his jersey, he's wearing 32 instead of 84, honoring his teammate, the injured Jonathan Williams. He's standing up in a bunch set of 3 on the left side from the 25 on first down. Brandon Allen under center. Bootleg, got a nice block by his tailback, throws on the run, and he's right back to completing passes again. Good throw to Morgan.
What Arkansas wants right now is a nice time-consuming drive. There's 5:25 left in the first half, and Dan Enos would love nothing more than to see Arkansas just chew up all of this time left in the first half, because the Arkansas defense having a little trouble slowing down Christian Kirk and the A&M offense.
Drew Morgan made his first career start last week in the loss to Texas Tech, and now he's their main target. He's got 6 catches in the first half. First down at the 39. Long counts. The give to Alex Collins straight up the middle, and again that offensive line opened up a nice hole straight up the gut, and he got about 7 yards. Well, we got 2 hot quarterbacks here. We'll have another good one on Monday Night Football. The reigning league most valuable player, Aaron Rodgers, leads the Packers against Jamal Charles and the Chiefs. Chiefs and Packers Monday night, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN. Not too many dudes around that can throw the football like Aaron Rodgers. Been the Christian Kirk show here in the first half for the Aggies, but right now the Hogs are trying to answer back with 4:20 left in the quarter. Collins, boy, they met him head on, but he keeps the feet going, and he's out close to the first down.
Well, there's no question Arkansas has a good offensive plan coming into this game. They have moved the ball at will. The only thing that set them back is themselves with the penalties, because it hasn't been stopped. Now, the interception obviously stopped a drive, but that was because it was a 3rd and long thanks to the penalties.
Well, the biggest third down of this half is at hand right here. Jackson, the fullback, comes in. An extra tight end comes in. 3rd down and a very important yard for the Razorbacks. Morgan will be the lone wide receiver, but they got all the beef in there right now.
Play clock. They got to call timeout. The play clock was down inside of 5. They were a little bit late getting the personnel substituted on that play, and they had to use a timeout.
If they keep the drive going, though, it'll be a timeout worth taking. They didn't want to mess it up and end up with 3rd and 6. They've got 3rd and 1 when we come back. That all day long when we're not in the booth watching some other monitors. We're all on our phones like a bunch of geeks. 3rd down in the yard.
Ever since you got rid of that flip phone,
oh, come on, man.
Become one too.
Big 3rd down. And now the Aggies are going to take a timeout. Guess they wanted to see what Arkansas was going to line up in. It wasn't anything exotic, just an eye backfield, and it looked like at least they were going to show run. So 2 guys that have known each other a long time. Little cat and mouse game going on between Brett Bielema and Kevin Sumlin. You know, I know you were thinking during that last timeout, 3rd down and 1, and you said to me during the timeout, did they take a shot here?
Well, you know, I'm watching Sam Pittman, the old offensive line coach for Arkansas, and he's yelling at his guys. And you know what he wants to do, what the offensive linemen want to do. They want to try to smash it in there, but I just got to believe if you had the guts to call a play action here, fake it to Collins with those 2 tight ends that they got, I think you might get a wide open play down the field.
I think in a 10-7 game, why not take a crack at it? If it was 14 or 20-7 or something like that, you want to play it safe and worry about it. But I don't know. We're not coaching.
Well, you really want to get the first because, again, you want to eat up all this clock. You don't want A&M to get the football back. So whatever you think your best chance is to convert here, that's what you want.
Well, here it is, 3rd down and 1. There's the play fake, a throw in the flat, and it's the tight end sprinkle. So they didn't go deep, but they did have the guts to throw the pass and a 1st down.
Now, I love it. I mean, I love the call. You got 2 huge targets at tight end, and you got to respect the give to the tailback. So if you're A&M's defense, you have to respect Collins getting the ball, and Brandon Allen continues to make good decisions. He's had 1 bad pass, 1 bad decision tonight for the interception.
They've worked their way to the 41-yard line near the 3-minute mark. Now back to the ground, and Collins taking people with him near the 36 as we check in with Holly.
Well, Todd, you talked about the weight loss of Alex Collins before this season. I wanted you to know that over the summer he worked at the Catfish Hole. I believe you have shared a meal or 2 there.
I have.
And he worked there all summer, but he actually was managing to lose weight despite those fantastic hush puppies and catfish. Brett Bielema said he had so many letters and emails from people that said interacting with this young man was a true delight. But I thought you would appreciate that. That would be hard to lose weight from the Catfish Hole.
I couldn't do it there.
They have fried pie there, too.
Yeah. Is that fried chocolate pie?
Yes.
Yeah. Jimmy Dyson, I used to get that at basketball games, home games. Nothing like fried catfish at halftime. Flag down.
Another holding call. Again, this has been the big problem for Arkansas in this ball game. They have moved the ball with regularity, but the holding penalties are killing them.
Number 32, 10-yard penalty.
This one's on the tight end, Hunter Henry. So they've at least mixed it up. They had 1 on the center, 1 on the right tackle, now 1 on the tight end. And they've got 6 penalties for 50 yards.
He got caught blocking Deshaun Hall, who came on a quick inside move, and he got his hands on the outside of the jersey. Wasn't blatant, but enough for the official to throw the flag.
Brandon Allen's got to be thinking, I appreciate that I haven't been sacked yet this year, guys, but you're making my throws a lot tougher here.
You have to stay on schedule against a defense like this.
At the 2-minute mark of the quarter, 2nd down at 15. Allen, almost got sacked. Now he will go down. First guy was Deshaun Hall. Allen ducked under that one and couldn't get away from the second. Zakoven Henderson.
That's just this is a result of the penalty. You put Arkansas in a difficult situation. A&M thinking pass all the way, so you turn those guys loose. Deshaun Hall doesn't get the sack, but he creates the play.
First one allowed by Arkansas this year. And now what was looking like a great drive at the 41-yard line, the line of scrimmage is back for Arkansas to their own 49, and it's 3rd down and a whole bunch.
I'm a little surprised Kevin Sumlin maybe didn't use one of his timeouts there, because he has 2 to get the ball back for his offense.
And another stoppage of play. I think it's a timeout taken.
3rd charge timeout of the half.
By Arkansas. We got a timeout. It's perfect time to take it to Adnan back in the studio. And Leonard Fournette today, almost another career mark over 200 yards. As we take a look at the AP Top 10 rankings brought to you by Allstate. There's trouble going on between Texas Tech and TCU if you're a Horned Frog fan. Red Raiders have the lead. Some lopsided wins in there, but that could be a big upset. Texas Tech, the team that beat Arkansas a week ago 35-24. Now they got TCU on the ropes a little bit. 3rd down and 19. Arkansas is out of timeouts. They've got to get all the way to the 31-yard line for a first down. They picked up big yardage down the middle earlier in this game. Here's Myles Garrett putting the steam on, and Brandon Allen's got to throw that one in the dirt.
Well, Brandon Allen's first asking, wasn't that offsides on Myles Garrett? He jumped early, and it looked like it was going to be offsides. But he is so agile and athletic. They tried to cut his legs out, and he just bounced off of it and still got to the quarterback. That's 4.46 speed. That's scary for a defensive end to be that fast.
Tell you what's scary right now, they not only have to punt, but that guy's back deep. Christian Kirk. Toby Baker would like to keep it out of his hands if at all possible. We've already seen him take 179 for a touchdown this year. And Kirk lets it go all the way to the end zone.
You know,
Texas A&M, their season view so far, 3-0 record. They don't have to leave the state of Texas till October 24th. The home games, Mississippi State, South Carolina, Alabama, and Auburn. So that's good to have Alabama at home. And to end the season, the Aggies have not beaten the Tigers since joining the SEC in 2012 either. And the Tigers have always been the surprise, at least last couple of years in the East in the SEC. So 2 timeouts for the Aggies and 52 seconds to work.
I thought Arkansas might run on that 3rd and 19 and just try to eat as much clock as they could and force A&M to use one of their timeouts. The fact that they threw incomplete now gives Kyle Allen 2 timeouts. So if they get 1 first down here and get the ball out by midfield, they'll get more aggressive.
Five wideouts. Allen throws, completes, wrapped up immediately is Trey Carson. The tailback is actually lined up as a wide receiver in that set. Jared Collins made the tackle. They'll hustle up to the line with 40 seconds to go. Should get a snap off at around 33 maybe. Well, they're using a little more clock than they wanted to, I think. Allen loads, going deep on the sideline, and Christian Kirk almost made the catch just off his fingertips. Would have been another huge gain, near perfect pass, but he couldn't handle that one. I think it's Rohan Gaines, the starting safety, who's down for Arkansas. And they're pretty thin back there. They can't lose anybody in the secondary. Their strong safety out of Bainbridge, Georgia. So we get another look at where he got tangled up. Right there. Got hit by Josh Reynolds. .24 seconds remaining in the half. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 upcoming. Hopefully Rohan just got the wind knocked out of him, but he's not happy about not being out there for the last few snaps of the second quarter. He'll probably be looking for Josh Reynolds later in the game if he can come back in. Well, this would be big if Arkansas can just stop this 3rd down by the Aggies. And again, you always have to wonder, and you wouldn't think a few weeks ago you'd be saying, where's the freshman? He's in the slot, Christian Kirk, in a trip set up to the top of your screen. Thank you, Todd. 3rd and 6. Oops. It'll be 3rd and 11. Ifedi, the right tackle, jumped.
Ball start. Offense. Number 74. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
One of the captains out of Houston, Texas. Hard to stop that 335 pounds when you start your drop step. And that backs him up to the 19-yard line. 3rd down and 11. Allen getting some pressure right here. Throws on the run, and it's almost intercepted. Santos Ramirez, who was in for Rohan Gaines at the safety spot, almost had him a pick.
Yeah, it almost looked like Ramirez was content to just knock the ball down instead of going for a catch. Actually, it was an excellent rush by Jeremiah Ledbetter. Now, that was a tough play.
Yeah.
Got one hand on it, knocked it away. The rush by Ledbetter forced the play, forced Allen out of the pocket.
Drew Kaiser will punt. You look behind him. Down on the other end is DJ Dean for Arkansas. He's got a back pedal to the 29. Got around the first two. Dean, he might take it if he can beat the punter. He won't, but Arkansas's got great field position. Oh, that's going to end the half. There's a flag down too. I thought there was 1 second left. The flag is back at about the 32-yard line. So instead of a big play and maybe a shot at a field goal, it looks like it's all coming back, and the half will end.
The return, illegal block on the back. Number 35 on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Brett Bielema's not happy with the penalties in the first half, I can tell you that. We get another look at the return. There's the block right there. It was on number 6. It was Dwayne Eugene on the special teams, negating a great run back. Would have been a 55-yard return. I'm not sure why we're waiting. There's no time left on the clock.
The illegal block on the back against the return team is declined. That is the end of the first half.
Well, we won't have any more flags at halftime unless Adnan throws one on Joey or Danny or something. Let's send it back to the studio in the Buick halftime report.
You're watching the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week.
Time to open conference play in the SEC. Play action. Allen throws, got it, and it's Morgan, touchdown. Blitz, Allen down the middle in a perfect strike. Christian Kirk, the freshman, he is sensational. Touchdown. And we welcome you back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Hilton. AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. And at halftime, it's the Aggies of Texas A&M. 10-7 lead, just about set to start the 3rd quarter. Welcome back to Arlington, everybody. Brad Nessler and Todd Blackledge. Partner, a couple of quarterbacks that almost haven't missed. One turnover that was really costly. I think the 50 yards and penalties for Arkansas has been the difference in the game.
Absolutely. I mean, other than the penalties, you look at the stats, you say, well, we ran twice as many plays if you're Arkansas. We had a better run-pass balance. We were better on 3rd down, but we're down by 3 points, and primarily because Christian Kirk was the best player on the field in the first half.
Right.
3 catches, 130 yards, and he kind of stole the show in the first half.
We'll see how the show goes in the second half. A&M's going to get the ball first, and he's back there at the goal line awaiting the kick of Lane Staley. And he's going to have a crack at it from right at the 10-yard line. Little stutter step, and now cuts it outside. A good return out to the 30-yard line. Just a moment ago, Holly was with Brett Bielema.
Coach, what concerns you that you've been able to possess the ball so much, but just 7 points to show for it?
Well, you know, obviously we got to convert in the red zone, but I think the biggest thing is we got to negate these holding calls. Obviously, are causing a little bit. We overcame a couple of them, but we got to play clean down in the red zone offensively. Defensively, we just got to tackle 2 big plays where we had him bottled up at the line of scrimmage. We want to keep the quarterback throwing out of the hole, you know. Like we did right at the end of the half there. It's exactly what we got to do for the 3rd quarter.
You can't afford any more injuries to wide receivers, so what's the status of your tight end, Hunter Henry?
He's good. He got a little banged up in the ribs, but it's going to take a lot to hold him out. He's healthy. I expect him to have a big second half.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now this time they bumped Christian Kirk out of bounds. It's just amazing thinking about how good this kid is going to be. He already is.
Well, and the thing that he has working for him is his offensive coordinator, Jake Spavital, is doing a really nice job by formation, getting him in positions where the coverage is having a problem staying with him.
This time Allen's going to keep it. Rode the tailback, took it himself. He's going to be a little bit short of the first down as Ledbetter brought him down. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Here's Jake Spavital, the offensive coordinator. Last week, Arkansas played Texas Tech. Cliff Kingsbury, the head coach there. Both worked for Sumlin, and now the prodigy, Kyle Murray.
Here's the only other guy that's faster probably on this team than Christian Kirk. Number 1, Kyler Murray, with an empty backfield.
Well, the guy that's going to be responsible if he runs is that guy right there, the middle linebacker, Brooks Ellis.
Well, here comes the run. He's faster than everybody else is the problem, and there he goes. Brought down, but not before he got to the 42-yard line.
See, a guy looks fast on film, but when you get on the field with a guy like this, he's even faster. We watched him in the first game just get outside the Arizona State defense on a couple of occasions, and it was funny. He got a hip pointer in that game, and he didn't come back and play. And we asked Kevin Sumlin, was he okay? He says, yeah, he's just not used to ever getting hit.
Nobody ever touches him. Here he is. After picking up 17, he gets about 5 more. The other thing Kevin Sumlin said, not only was he not used to getting hit, but he said, Coach, I'm not sure if I can play this week. And he said, well, if you don't practice, you're not playing. So he practiced and he played. He was perfect with 3 state championships, 42-0. He's never lost a game. And he played right down the street here at Allen High School, a suburb of Dallas. He's going to stay in here on this drive as he's got things working with a 2nd down and 6 inside the 40 of Arkansas.
This is smart. They only ran for 9 yards in the first half, and already Kyler Murray giving them a spark.
Quarterback draw all the way. Follows his offensive lineman, cuts it outside. 1st down. Tripped himself up a little bit, actually, as he got to the 28 with another 1st down.
Well, there's going to be a holding on Jeremy Tabayu. The wide receiver holding on the play is the only thing that's going to slow down Kyler Murray in the A&M offense right now.
Number 19, the guilty party.
Holding. Offense. Number 9.
Oh,
10-yard
him
penalty
too.
on the spot of the foul.
They call it on Ricky
2nd
Seals
down.
Jones. I thought it was on, as you said, Tabuyo. Either way, one of the wideouts will back the A&M drive up to the 44-yard line.
I mean, here's the problem with a guy this fast. You can say, well, we're gonna assign a guy to be a spy, and in this case, it's a middle linebacker, Brooks Ellis. Well, if that spy's not fast enough to catch him, there's no use even having a spy.
One fast guy gives it off to the other fast guy. Freshman to freshman as Kirk gets a good chunk of the yardage back. Arkansas saying they came out of the pile with the ball. So it's going to be 3rd down, 6 upcoming.
Kyle Allen back on the field for this 3rd down play, a passing situation.
Josh Reynolds has been a little bit quiet in this game, their leading receiver. He's slotted to the right side. He's got 1 catch. And Kyle Allen 3rd and 6. And I don't think Arkansas liked what they had going on defensively. They call a timeout. There was nobody, I don't think, on Josh Reynolds. Looked like he was an open receiver.
It was a different formation. They took Trey Carson, the running back, and put him all the way out wide, and it created a little confusion, I think.
Sponsoring the Good Hands Field Goal Nets. Allstate makes contributions to participating University General Scholarship Funds for each field goal and extra point kicked. To date, Allstate has contributed millions and millions in scholarship funds. Big 3rd down here early in the 3rd quarter for the Aggies.
And an unusual formation for Texas A&M. 3 wide receivers in the boundary, and they isolate their tall receiver, Josh Reynolds, out here.
Allen's going to just flare it to Carson out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Nice job by the Arkansas defense to see that one coming. So 4th down.
Yeah, it might be a situation where Kevin Sumlin goes for it. Out of field goal range.
I think you're right. Kind of in no man's land. They're going to hurry up on a 4th and 4 here. Same formation. This time over the middle, and a nice throw and catch, and it's Christian Kirk again. Boy, he put that right where he had to put it.
Arkansas came on a blitz. Brooks Ellis is going to blitz, and Kirk's going to go right behind him. And Kyle Allen kept his poise, knowing there was an unblocked linebacker coming, and backpedaled just enough to get the ball to Kirk for the first down.
And he threw it over the other linebacker, Greenlaw. Perfect throw. First down at the 31. Empty backfield. Allen getting some pressure this time. Got away from it. Now it's going to tuck it and run. And a nice gain and close to a first down. Well, he kept his eyes downfield. He wanted to throw it.
Yeah, he kept his eyes downfield, tried to keep the play alive as long as he could. Good job eluding some rushers on the edge. Mitch Lowen had a clear shot at him. This is a quarterback that, again, ever since the fourth quarter of the Arizona State game, has just played with more confidence and more comfort within the offense. Very poised on that play.
Here's a little option. Carson on the corner. Trey's got it down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be first and goal.
Caden Smith, number 47, the fullback in that play, actually got 2 blocks to seal the corner. Well designed. Watch number 47 clear the edge here. He's going to get a piece of one block and then get a solid block and open up the corner for Trey Carson.
Player shaken up on the play was DJ Dean. That's why we've got a stoppage in play, and that's given the Aggies a chance to go over and basically get a breather and a chat with Jake Spavital. And now they'll bring it out with a first and goal at the 10. Have to earn all of this one. Kyle Allen's mom and dad looking on. Dad's watching it on the Jumbotron instead of just watching the field. I don't blame him. You can see that pretty good. Nice play fake. Allen in trouble again. This time got away momentarily, but not the second wave. Carl Rossler gets in for the sack.
He ran into his own man. Jermaine Ifedi, number 74, watch the right tackle kind of get knocked back into the quarterback. And Kyle Allen gets hit by his own guy and then kind of got disoriented, couldn't get rid of the football. Good pass rush, collapsing the pocket by Arkansas.
So again, down in the red zone, going the wrong direction temporarily at least. Second down and goal just inside the 19. On the option, it's Carson on the pitch. They've got him bottled up. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe not. Andre Tolliver is the guy that forced the play.
You know, Rob Smith, the defensive coordinator, when we met with him at their hotel last night, he said, you know, the way we looked at this last week, we didn't play well, and we knew it. Our guys were embarrassed. We were a good defense that had a bad game. They played much better in this game against a very similar offense, but they've got to get a big stop here on third down.
Allen flushed on a screen pass. They got the right play set up. I don't know if Carson can get there, but he got a lot of it back. Ball's out. A&M's covered it.
Was he down before the ball came out? I haven't seen a touchdown signal.
I was going to say he was down at the 4. Good looking play, and right there his knees down.
Yep.
And
Good
out
call.
comes the ball.
Good call.
And out comes the field goal unit. So again, they get down close and they can't cash in with a touchdown and have to settle for 3.
Here's something you don't see every day either. One of the substitutions Arkansas brings in on their field goal block is that offensive tackle Dan Skipper, who's 6'10". He's right in the middle of the action here, trying to get that big long body up to get a hand on the kick.
It'll be a 22-yard field goal attempt. And it's up and good. And a little scuffle after the kick as Texas A&M stretches their lead out to 13-7. 8:04 remaining in the third quarter. If you've never seen a game here, Put it on your bucket list. AT&T Stadium where the Aggies lead 13-7 now. We did the first college game ever in this facility, and it was Oklahoma and BYU, and Sam Bradford, I don't remember if it was a knee or a shoulder, but he didn't last long. So we took the tour several years ago in this place, and every time you walk in here you go, wow. And so do the players, especially if they've never played here before. They get a little bit awestruck by coming into this building. Bertolet, who just hit the field goal with the kick. JoJo Robinson, 2 yards deep, is going to bring this one. And he's got a little opening. Tripped up, though, as he got across the 20.
Brandon Allen playing a very solid ball game. Had the one turnover, but when a quarterback is poised and comfortable, his vision improves. He sees the field. Throwing the ball with accuracy, throwing it with touch, throwing it with timing. Drew Morgan, number 80, kind of one of his main guys now. We talked about the injury problem to the wide receiving core, and Drew Morgan really stepping up as his go-to guy as a wide receiver right now.
One miss and one interception, but 15 of 17 at this point.
In that first half, they had excellent run-pass balance. The holding penalties were the biggest problem for them.
Here's some nice running by Alex Collins again. Almost got a first down. Armani Watts upended him.
I thought it was really interesting what A&M did in their first possession. They didn't have great run-pass balance. Only 9 yards rushing in the first half. So they did a couple different things. They inserted Christian Kirk in the backfield some. They also brought Kyler Murray in that last possession. They had 16 offensive plays in the first half, 14 on that scoring drive. So nice little adjustment in the locker room by A&M.
Collins didn't quite get the first down. Second down and 1. He'll try to get that one, and did. Actually got about 4. Nice leg drive.
See, as long as they can keep running for 3, 4, 5 yards, then they can throw play action on early downs. Brandon Allen very accurate on the mid-range stuff. They've got tight ends that are big targets, and you have to respect the run. And when you do that, you take the speed rush away from Myles Garrett and Deshaun Hall.
Dominic Reed checked back in at wide receiver, and Riley Williams in at tailback will get the carry behind the fullback, and he goes out to the 40. Well, tomorrow you can start your Sunday with the NFL Insiders team for all the latest headlines and breaking news. Then a countdown crew goes inside the storylines as only they can. Meet the new NFL Sunday morning NFL Insiders. Sunday NFL Countdown, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning on ESPN. Brad Nessler, Todd Blackledge, Holly Rowe, and our ESPN crew here in Arlington. And a 13-7 Texas A&M lead.
I still think Hunter Henry's got to get more involved in the game. He's been too quiet, too big a part of their offense.
Allen, quick throw, completes. I think it's going to be a first down with forward progress to Damon Mitchell. Let's see where they spot it. The linesman puts it down there. It's first down, and it is.
Nice safe throw out of the hands quick. Brandon Allen continues to be hot throwing the football.
We're under 6 minutes in the third quarter.
And this is part of Brett Bielema and the Arkansas's offense, their strategy. Limit the number of plays and possessions our opponent has. Eat up clock, possess the football. It's kind of old school football.
Williams again follows his fullback, and now he's into the second. Wave down to the 35-yard line. Brandon Williams had to slow him down, but he got 19.
Well, this is power blocking. They put the tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle, in the backfield. He was the lead blocker on the edge. Got the block on Donovan Wilson. And again, they are running in between the tackles. They're not trying to go outside. They are attacking the heart of the A&M defense with their running game.
We're seeing a little bit of the reason why Raleigh Williams had over 2,800 rushing yards last year as a high school senior to lead the state of Texas in that capacity. 19-yard pickup on that last one. First down at the 35. They fake it to him. Allen steps up, throws, and caught. Drew Morgan Morgan down the sideline, a bad landing out of bounds, but he's got it first and goal.
Well, this is excellent protection off the play action. And watch on the crossing route, the safety, Justin Evans, is going to go for the football and miss. And Morgan able to keep his concentration and turn it into a bigger game.
He comes out again. It was a bad landing as Armani Watts brought him down to the 4-yard line. That's where it's first and goal. And now you usually think that number 3 is going to get it. And those big 328-pounders up front will try to move A&M off their mark. Collins spins again, heading to the end zone. Touchdown. Boy, that was a good surge off the line, but that was mostly just talent by Alex Collins. Gets a hug from his head coach. So does the freshman Williams, who was a big part of that drive. Headland, I should say, trying to give the Razorbacks the lead back. And does. 77 yards in 7 plays. The last 4. The All-SEC running back spins and heads to the corner of the end zone. 14-13 Arkansas. Takes you inside the drive for Arkansas.
2 passes, 5 runs. This last one a thing of beauty. A&M's going to have 2 guys with their quickness get into the backfield, and Alex Collins just instinctively, as a great runner does, knows when to spin, spins away from the freshman Dalen Mack and turns it into a touchdown. It looked for sure like it was going to be a tackle in the backfield. Instead, it's a touchdown for the Razorbacks.
Twice in the red zone, 2 touchdowns, and in fact, the first time in 3 weeks they have scored a second-half touchdown. Christian Kirk on the kick return. And Kirk again to the edge.
Boy, he's scary.
Surely is.
He
out
is
to the 44-yard line.
with the ball in his hands. And it's just one of those hold-your-breath guys. Every time he touches it, he has that ability to make an electric play.
So a 40-yard return. Great field position for A&M to start this march at the 44-yard line.
Christian Kirk, we knew he'd be a big part of the offense, maybe even bigger tonight. Speedy Noyle has not played at all. One of their normal starting wide receivers. Their backup running back, James White, not able to play. And so Christian Kirk has had to have more involvement in different ways, as is not just being a wide receiver.
He's going to go in motion here on first down. They give it to him again on that little forward flip, and this time the Razorbacks do a nice job to contain him. Only 2 yards.
So important with a guy like that. You have to maintain leverage, which means you have to keep your outside shoulder position and try to force him back inside where there's help. That time, excellent discipline by the Arkansas defense.
This time he's again in the slot to the left side. Play action for Allen. Got away from the rush again. He's going to throw on the run. And is it caught?
No, it bounced on the ground. Well, I think Kyle Allen maybe should have run this one. That's a hard throw to make. I mean, he is running for his life, full speed, trying to kind of throw back across his body a little bit. Dietrich Wise was the guy pursuing him.
Tell you what, it would have been a good catch,
yeah,
but that was catchable by Damian Ratley. Third and long.
Texas A&M only 1 for 6 on third down. Arkansas playing much better on third down than they did a week ago against Texas Tech.
Allen, deep sideline, caught out of bounds by Reynolds.
DJ Dean in coverage did a nice job knowing where the sideline was. It was a beautiful catch by Josh Reynolds, but he was out of bounds. DJ Dean got away with a little push there towards the end, but the ball thrown out of bounds for Reynolds.
Little Odell Beckham Jr. on that thing.
Yeah. Wow.
So a punting situation for Drew Kaiser. And even though Arkansas bent a little bit because of the long kickoff return, they force a punt. Nice kick. Gonna let it go. And it's going to be down. No, it got away at about the 2-yard line. Looked like they had that one all wrapped up by Armani Watts. And as footballs very often do, it took a funny hop. Armani Watts is just sitting here at the 2-yard line going, I got this measured. I got this. I got this.
Catch it now.
I ain't got this.
Yeah, he got that one good bounce, and he didn't make the catch, and then he got a bad one.
Coming up on Monday Night Football, should be a good one. Reigning league MVP Aaron Rodgers and the Packers home to the Kansas City Chiefs. Don't miss the Chiefs and the Packers Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN. So Arkansas has got it back at its own 20-yard line. They faked the stretch play on the bootleg, got a man open, and here comes the tight end finally. And it's a first down for Hunter Henry.
Again, the ability to run the football for Arkansas tonight, 132 yards rushing. You throw bootleg and play action on first down, and Texas A&M has to respect it. Dan Enos doing a very nice job mixing the run and pass tonight and trusting his quarterback. Actually,
Hunter's knee went down about a foot shy the first time, so it's second down and 1. Arkansas, nice balance, 132, 182 for their 314 total yards so far. Collins on second and short, blasts his way out across the 35 to the 37.
Talked about Dan Enos, offensive coordinator. His two past places and employers clashed today. Michigan State played Central Michigan. Of course, the Spartans won to stay undefeated. Played quarterback at Michigan State, was a head coach at Central Michigan the last 5 years.
I was kidding with him at the meeting last night. I said, did your last college game, the Sun Bowl, as Michigan State beat USC 17-16. He said, yeah, it wasn't the story. Todd Marinovich yelling at his coach on the sideline for USC was pretty much what everybody talks about. Collins stutter steps in the hole. Nice run. That first down run carries into the 42. We check in with Adnan. Here it's 14-13. Arkansas leading the number 14 team in the country. 72nd meeting between these two rivals that go back to the Southwest Conference. And this the SEC opener for both. Quick throw. That might be a lateral. I'd cover that ball if I was you, JoJo. Nope, I'm going to say incomplete. Brings up third down and 5.
Again, one of the few bad throws that Brandon Allen's made. Again, that's that read where it's just him and the receiver. It's a run play call. The line's blocking run. And
Isn't that a hard throw to make, though, when you're throwing it backwards?
Yeah, a little bit. Keep an eye on Sebastian Tretola, number 73, the left guard, got up a little bit shaky on that play. Going to have to pass protect here on this third down.
Now the A&M fans are lighting up the place, hoping for a stop on 3rd and 5. Here comes pressure on the blitz. Wide open. Drew Morgan again. Morgan on the cutback. Spins his way inside the 20. What a run after catch.
Well, his man tripped and stumbled. It was man coverage because A&M coming with the blitz. Here he is right here as he runs a crossing route. Watch his man trip and stumble. And that enabled Morgan to get separation. There's the stumble by Donovan Wilson. Check that, not Donovan Wilson. That was Nick Harvey, number 8, that was in coverage. Stumbled, and this guy continues to make big plays in the passing game for the Arkansas offense.
They've thrown him his way 8 times. He's caught all of them. The last one got him to the 20-yard line. Williams, the tailback. Here he goes, a freshman trying to get to the end zone and got to the 6.
And this is an offensive line and a blocking scheme that right now is just punching A&M in the stomach. Watch the fullback right here, Kendrick Jackson, number 44, lead this play. He's just sizing up the linebacker right into the chest and a big hole to run behind for Raleigh Williams.
What a way to end the corner. Both teams' fans holding up 4 fingers. We're going to find out in 15 who's going to have 1 finger in the air at the end. 14-13, end of 3, Hogs in front. SEC on ESPN, and you're watching a good one. It's also the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive game of the week. We knew that, but we didn't know it was going to be this good. Arkansas's got the lead. They're looking to add to it right here with a 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And again, one of their problems this season before this game has been their effectiveness in the red zone. They're dominating time of possession like they want. They've got the edge in plays and yards, but they've got to score touchdowns when they get in this part of the field.
If they do score a touchdown in this 4th quarter, it'll be the matching their point total from the previous games. Brandon Allen took a big hit.
Actually, Allen didn't get the worst of that. The 2 guys that came converging on him hit each other, and I think Sean Washington may have gotten the worst of it.
He's still down.
Brandon Allen didn't like what he saw to throw the ball. They got Deshaun Hall to chase the play. That's why he got outside the pocket.
Oof.
Donovan Wilson got a piece of it, but again, Washington, I think, got the worst of that collision.
Can't say that Brandon Allen doesn't have the guts to run. Remember a couple of years ago on a run very similar, he got in the end zone, but he had a funny landing and it hurt his shoulder and missed quite a bit of time because of it. We'll check on Sean Washington when we come back. Timeout. Sean Washington went off under his own power. Meanwhile, Arkansas has got a 2nd and goal at the 3, and they've got the freshman tailback Raleigh Williams in there. If he scores, it would do wonders for Brett Bielema's recruiting in the Dallas area. Alex Collins not in there.
Again, this guy Mack right in the middle, very quick. He got penetration on the last goal line play, just didn't make the tackle.
Brandon Allen directing traffic. Williams straight ahead, touchdown. The first of what may be many for Williams for the Razorbacks.
Well, this is just power football. Arkansas running between the tackles the whole night. Short splits, big bodies, and a good push, and then a hard running back behind him. This is vintage Arkansas running football. The biggest thing in this 2nd half, Brad, 0 penalties for Arkansas. 26 runs, 22 passes, no turnovers, and no penalties.
Hedlund in for the point after. Up and good. 80-yard drive and 8 plays. This was the 8th play.
Well, again, you just got big, huge bodies right in here leading the way. These guys are just cutting off, and you got a big back running behind them. The tight ends do cutoffs, and you just run right on the backside of your guard and your center and power it into the end zone. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Just go hard in between the tackles. And this big offensive line that Holly reported is starting to have their way a little bit. Again, they stay on the field this long. It takes steam out of the A&M defense.
The freshman tailback grew up and played about 20 minutes down the road. He's got his first Arkansas touchdown. I kind of kiddingly said it might help recruiting. Holly's got more on that.
Well, that's right, because this is actually an Arkansas home game. They're allowed to have recruits here on the sideline. The coaches hit all the high schools hard yesterday. 26 high schools were visited by this Arkansas assistant coaching staff. They want to have a big presence here in Texas. They already have 18 players on the roster from the state. With players like that, Raleigh Williams from just down the street making a touchdown like that, you've got to think that helps here in the state of Texas.
No doubt. It's still a one-possession game, but now an 8-point difference. Look out for that guy.
Yeah, I'd kick it somewhere away from him.
So would I. Sailing would like to sail one out of the back of the end zone, keep it out of his hands altogether. Unfortunately, he didn't do that. And this time they bottle him up, though, at the 15. Better job. Bring it down, Christian Kirk. Time for tonight's Aflac trivia question. Which coach won the most consecutive games in this rivalry? Again, this is a 72nd renewal between these two teams.
You know, one of the things that right now that Kevin Sumlin, Jake Spavital, they have to kind of talk to their quarterback and their team as we see Kyler Murray coming back on. Even though it's just a one-possession game, it feels worse for A&M because they've only run 32 offensive plays. This is an offense that's used to getting between 80 and 90 plays a game, but the ball possession of Arkansas limits their opportunities, but they're still only one score down. So there's no reason to feel any panic right now at the start of the fourth quarter.
You saw that stat when they have less than 14 points in the fourth quarter. They haven't won a game under Kevin Sumlin. They got 13 right now. And plenty of time to work with. And here comes Kyler Murray. Slides wisely at the 20-yard line.
Maybe just a hair quick taking off on that quarterback draw. Sometimes when you run a quarterback draw, you want to let the rush come up the field a little bit. Not that I would know. I didn't run very many quarterback draws like this guy. I just have seen good ones do it.
Well, he's in an empty backfield again, so it looks like run all the way. They're not letting him pass. This time fakes it to Kirk and then gets drilled. Jeremiah Ledbetter's had a good game off that defensive right end spot.
Well, that was good defense on 2 consecutive plays defending Kyler Murray. We've seen him get outside the Arkansas defense, but they smothered him on those 2. And now Kyle Allen back in the game with a difficult third down passing situation.
They're down to 9. And now the Hog faithful are lighting up the place. Allen, middle screen. Carson, convoy in front. He's got the first down all the way out to the 30-yard line. Good looking play.
Nice job by Jeremiah Stuckey, number 73, the left guard, getting out front. Also the center, Matthews, very athletic. Mike Matthews leading that play.
Allen play action on first down. Throws it out to Carson, his safety valve. Nice move by Carson. Another first down, I think, but there's a flag down. Jermaine Ifedi is kind of looking as if to say, I didn't hold him. We'll see if Hubert Owens agrees. I doubt that.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense.
Oh, okay.
Now we're going to see this again, and I don't see it. They're going to call it on Mitch Lavin. Watch. This ball is barely thrown when the tackle's made. I don't understand how that's roughing the passer. He doesn't know the ball's been thrown.
Bill Lamagna is up here in the booth with us.
I think the center judge thought that he went low on the quarterback, but it looked like he was in a wrap-up tackle, which would not be a foul for a low hit on the QB. I don't think the hit was a foul.
Well, penalties have hurt Arkansas, and Texas A&M taking advantage of it. Good field position.
Looked like it was going to be a sack. Instead, it's a first down at the 44. Brandon Williams is in the backfield right now. They fake it to him. Allen going to go long. Man out there. Just overshot. Edward Pope.
Edward Pope, another one of these tall receivers, 6'4", 170 pounds. Carthage, Texas. Jared Collins, only 5'11" in coverage, but that ball slightly overthrown by Kyle Allen.
So second down at 10. Arkansas last season had what looked like an insurmountable lead and ended up going to overtime.
There's the matchup right there. Kirk working against Tolliver.
Blitz. Allen looked like the ball got batted a little bit, but he still got it out to Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds has had a catch in every game he's played in. A lot of people didn't even know he was going to be a football player. As a matter of fact, was lightly recruited, and that's an understatement. Trey Carson goes out as an extra wide receiver, empty backfield on 3rd down and 3.
Arkansas
This was Kyler Murray. It'd be a quarterback draw, but it's Kyle Allen that's in there.
They're going to have to call timeout. See, again, the formation has Arkansas a little mixed up because Carson was out as a wide receiver, and they had 3 wide receivers to the wide side of the field at the bottom.
So timeout with 11.5 to play in the 4th quarter. Time left in this 4th quarter, but this is a pretty vital 3rd down for the Aggies. 2 of 8 on 3rd down, and they need 3.
Coming into the game, Arkansas last in the SEC on 3rd down, giving up over 50%. Much better tonight.
Allen is going to go down. Great pressure by the Razorbacks up front. Tevin Beanham led the way.
It was only a 4-man rush, but they made a little stunt move. Watch the quickness at the line of scrimmage. The stunt occupied 2 blockers on the inside for A&M, and they're able to get to the quarterback with Beanham getting the sack.
So it forces a Kaiser punt. DJ Dean back inside his own 10. End over end kick, looking for a backward bounce.
Catch the first bounce.
Oh, they caught it anyway around the 5-yard line. 21-13 here. Let's check in with Adnan, see what else is going on. So not a good spot to start with your tailback Alex Collins standing in his own end zone. They bunch their receivers, 3 of them in tight on the left side. It's a run all the way, and Collins pops it outside, and Alex Collins 12 yards and a first down.
Well, they got a nice block by the tight end, Hunter Henry, on Myles Garrett. Watch the tight end block Myles Garrett right there. They tied him up, and he was the guy who had the edge for the defense. He got blocked inside, and Collins able to pop it out for a first down run.
Well, Brett Bielema told us yesterday that the tight ends were going to be a big part of the offense in trying to slow down Myles Garrett and Deshaun Hall, and they've done a nice job of it tonight because those 2 sack masters have not been a huge factor. The guy that's down is Armani Watts in the secondary. We'll take a timeout with the injury with just under 10.5 to play. Help to the Texas A&M sideline. He was the guy that made the tackle on Alex Collins. Donovan Wilson takes his spot in that secondary as Collins got a first down at the 17-yard line. Just under 10.5 to go. 8-point lead. Armani trying to walk it off over there on the sideline. Looks like he might be okay to return.
Arkansas needs a negative yardage play. You know, they just have not in the second half been able to slow Arkansas down, and Arkansas hasn't slowed themselves down with penalties like they did in the first half. You have to knock this offense off schedule a little bit and put them behind the chains with a negative play.
Alex Collins is 1 carry, barring negative yardage, away from another 100-yard game against the Aggies. He's behind Brandon Allen. The tight end sprinkle on the move. Draw play. Collins, there's the yard and a couple more, and he's over 100 for the 3rd straight year against Texas A&M.
Just good patience by Alex Alex Collins. He sits in there, he waits in the hole, and when he sees a little crease, he bounces it out. They're not running anything outside the tackles by design, but that's a play that just bounced out because of the opening.
There's the numbers over 3 years against Texas A&M for Alex, the junior out of Fort Lauderdale. Good running back. There's a ton of them in this conference. He'll try it again. Going to have a first down, I think.
See, this is exactly what Brett Bielema and Dan Enos want right now. Let's just keep running, stay ahead of the chains, and run the clock, and put a little bit of sense of panic on the sidelines with A&M, knowing they're not going to get many more possessions. Deshaun Hall trying to rip the ball out. Alex Collins doing a nice job of protecting it.
Remember, he fumbled late in the game last week.
Yep, that's right.
Didn't help the cause in the loss to Texas Tech. He's held on to it tonight. He did not get the first down. It's third down and about a length of the football. Look at the time of possession. That is vintage Arkansas, or vintage Brett Bielema. And Collins, this time he's got it. Keeps the legs driving out to the 32-yard line.
And see, time of possession doesn't matter to an offense like Texas A&M. But when you know you only get a certain number of times and you're not converting on third down and you're punting more than you're used to, it wears on you a little bit.
Well, and they're sitting there right now going, man, there's only 8 minutes left, and Arkansas's got another first down.
Arkansas sitting at 411 total yards in the game and great run pass balance. Bet this is a pass here.
They fake the stretch play, and on the bootleg, Allen will keep it, and he's going to slide down for a loss, and that's a late hit.
Yeah, sure was. Zakovian Henderson chasing the play from the backside. Not a very smart penalty there.
So that'll be a free 15 and a first down.
And that was almost a negative yardage play. It was a 0 yardage gain play for the A&M defense.
A sportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 92. Correction, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 92. 15 yards added to the end of the run. First down.
So the penalties bite the Aggies, much like it did to Arkansas in the first half.
Unsportsmanlike conduct foul.
I mean, look at Henderson. He's hustling. I mean, he is really hustling on the play. He's just got to run past this. Brandon Allen's down. He's defenseless. And this, you know, penalties sometimes negate hustle, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
So they're still walking it off to get it right here on where the first down marker is.
I mentioned this earlier. One of the things that Brandon Allen does, and they count on him doing in his 29th career start, is not just be good with the football throwing, and he's been exceptional tonight. 19 of 22. He knows when to scramble, when to keep it, and when to throw it away. And then he does a lot of checks at the line of scrimmage in their run game to get them in the right place. They've had very few run plays that have been caught for negative yardage because they ran into the wrong defense.
I'm thinking number 3 gets it here. And a good gain again. Close to 5.
See, this is a helpless feeling right now for the A&M defense. John Chavis up in the box. I mean, they just can't slow them down enough, and they haven't gotten a negative yardage play. It's kind of a torturous situation right now because they're giving up 4 or 5 yards every time Arkansas runs the football.
So Williams takes a breather. Rather, Collins takes a breather, and Williams comes in to the Razorback backfield. Whoa. Quickly off the ball is Mack again. I think he was offside again, wasn't he, Todd?
Yeah, I think so. Second time. You know, and he's just trying to anticipate. He's right next to the football.
Defense, number 5. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Well, this is going to put him in a nice spot. Second down and about a yard. I give him credit for wanting to be quick off the ball. The center Smothers has his hands out like, wait a minute. You got to let me snap it. So there's how far they have to go on second down to continue to move the chains. And the clock is going to be under 6 minutes on this next snap. Williams first down.
Right now, what you need to tell Raleigh Williams as a young back, they're going to try to strip the ball. Yeah. They're desperate right now on defense because they haven't stopped us. You must protect the football. Get what you can get and then go to the ground safely with the ball.
So another first down at the 41. Kyle Allen can only look on. If they don't get his hands back on the football, there's nothing they can do about it. And remember, even a field goal out of this drive for Arkansas might seal the deal.
2 scores. Brandon Allen working that play clock all the way down to 2 seconds before the ball snapped.
Williams brought down immediately by Sean Washington, and we check in with Adnan again. They might be the real deal. They're always a pretty solid football team, but they went in, I think, ranked 16th. Jason Collins is back in. He's got 31 yards on 5 carries on this drive.
Big play right here for A&M. If they can get another stop on second down, then they have the advantage to rush the passer on third.
They fake the draw to Collins. Allen scanning the field. He's going to take off with it. Stretch out. Got across the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Good coverage. It was only a 3-man route for Arkansas. They were trying to get the tight end, Hunter Henry, down the middle of the field. It was well defended. And right now, A&M with a nice situation on 3rd and long.
I was going to say, this is an interesting spot because the Razorbacks really haven't had to throw on this drive, and it certainly looks like they're going to have to here. Timeout with 4:28 to go. Arkansas up 8. To the Aflac trivia question, which coach won the most consecutive games in this rivalry? We sort of gave it away in the first quarter as we showed him up in the skybox. Frank Broyles, 58-66, went 9 straight. Coach Broyles part coaching, the head coach in the 64 team that won the national championship.
Wonder what he'd call right here. Brandon Allen has been outstanding, 19 of 22. 3rd and 10. You got to account for Deshaun Hall and Myles Garrett rushing the passer, leading the nation in quarterback sacks. And your go-to guy has been Drew Morgan. He's right here, 8 catches for 155 yards in the ball game so far.
10th play of the drive that's taken over 6 minutes off this 4th quarter clock. Extra man on the rush. Allen in the pocket, scrambling around. He'll try to run for it. Not going to get there, but he got to the 35-yard line.
Now, this is a team that can rush the passer. When they get you in definite pass situations, John Chavis is going to build his team for speed. He says, we're going to defend the run with numbers and rush the passer with speed. And when they get you 3rd and 10, that's right in their wheelhouse.
A&M takes a timeout with 4:19 remaining. ESPN College Football Primetime presented by Hilton. The Arkansas kicker Cole Hedlund was out there swinging his leg as if they were going to try a long field goal. But yesterday, Brett Bielema told us he's had trouble from the left hash, and this would be by far the longest one he's ever kicked. So I think they're going for it on 4th.
Well, and I think this is the right move. Your quarterback's been hot. He's been a great decision maker all night, and you're up 8. So even if you don't convert here, A&M not only has to score a touchdown, they have to convert a 2-point play in order to force overtime. So I think this is the right move, trying to convert here on 4th down.
If Arkansas gets this, it's probably lights out for Texas A&M. 4th and 3. Kirkland jumped on the left side, and let's see if that changes the plan.
False start.
Yeah, I think it definitely changes it now.
5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Now you're looking for a pooch punt. Kirkland thought he was drawn off. There was movement. There was a movement towards the line of scrimmage by Armani Watts, number 23. But the penalty went against Arkansas, and I think the first penalty of the second half against the Razorbacks.
You just got to hold your ground in a case like that. Feel bad for the kid, but that's the last thing they needed. Toby Baker, let's see what he does with a punt. A wobbler end over end, fielded at the 15-yard line by Christian Kirk. So the Aggies are 85 yards away from trying to tie this up with 4:11 to go. Don't forget, you can start your Sunday. The NFL Insiders team, all the latest headlines and news. Then a countdown crew goes inside the storylines for you. The new NFL Sunday morning with NFL Insiders and Sunday NFL Countdown tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock on ESPN. Well, there'll be pro football in this facility tomorrow at 1 o'clock too. The Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Our friends from Fox, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Aaron Andrews will take over this booth as soon as we clear it out. They'll change the end zone paint, and Jerry will watch his other team, the Cowboys, tomorrow. But right now, A&M trying to tie things up. Throw complete to Kirk. He's out of bounds after a pickup of 9, maybe 10. I don't think he got 10 yards before he stepped out.
It's only the 40th offensive play for Texas A&M. Again, this Arkansas ground control offense just limits your opportunities, but still plenty of time, and only a one-score game for Kyle Allen right now.
Keep in mind, only one timeout for the Aggies as well. Allen middle screen, a little bit high, but Carson drags it down, hurdles a couple of guys, and gets out for a first down at the 30.
Time Arkansas read the screen a little bit better, but still excellent execution by Carson and the line in front of him. They've run the screen effectively tonight.
Remember last year this game went to overtime. If the Aggies can get a score and a two-point conversion, we might be heading that way again. Allen, empty backfield. Gonna go deep. Got a man out there, and he's got him. Josh Reynolds. Reynolds out inside the 10.
I thought Arkansas was going to have to call a timeout because they looked confused. Again, the linebacker, the freshman, Greenlaw, he's confused. He's guarding a wide receiver. He says, I'm a linebacker. I shouldn't be on this guy. And Kyle Allen found the matchup and went for it. They took the running back, Carson, and they put him outside of the receiver, Reynolds, and created a matchup on a freshman linebacker and hit the big play.
63-yard pickup, first and goal at the 7-yard line. Allen gonna go to the corner, got him. Nope, out of bounds.
But a flag down.
Went right back to Reynolds by the pylon.
Yeah, he's a guy that knows how to make touchdowns. I mean, he had 13 last year, set a school record, had 2 a week ago. Great body control at 6'4". A good guy to throw to when you're down in that part of the field.
Pass interference. Defense, number 2. The foul occurred in the end zone by rule. The ball is placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
First and goal at the 2 now.
This is a tough ask for any cornerback. The reason it's a foul is because Dean never made a play on the ball. Never turned to find it or make a play on the ball. And that's an easy call to make.
You don't see a lot of 2 tight end sets for Texas A&M, but they got a couple in there right now. At the 2-yard line, first down. Trey Carson in the backfield. They fake it to him. Allen's in trouble. Throws to the corner, broken up. Broken up by Santos Ramirez.
Well, I think they thought they were going to fool Arkansas's defense and be able to throw to the backside for a touchdown to Reynolds. It was well defended, and pressure forced Kyle Allen to throw the ball out of the end zone.
Second down and goal. We're under 3 minutes. Here's the handoff on a counter, and Carson's going to roll it in there. Touchdown. A big 2-point conversion coming up.
Nice block by Joseph Cheek, the right guard. And Caden Smith, the fullback. Little counter play at the goal line. Joseph Cheek's dad, Lewis, was an offensive tackle for the Aggies. And now the two-point play.
In what's been a very entertaining game, this play might determine who wins, who loses, or if we go to overtime. Quick throw to the corner, the fade, he's got it. 2 points, Reynolds. Good pitch and catch right there, Todd.
Boy, that was beautiful execution on the two-point play. Arkansas expecting a crossing route. Excellent execution. Watch this now. They're thinking this is going to be a crossing route. Instead, it was a fake in and the fade. Kurt came back in and it fooled Arkansas's defense. They're expecting these two outside receivers to cross. They faked it and then threw it to the corner, and there was separation. Beautiful execution on the two-point play. You work on your two-point play. You maybe have more than one in case you need them. And you work on them every day, and that was perfectly executed.
Each team with 1 timeout remaining. 2:50 on the 4th quarter clock. And Bertolette will tee it up. JoJo Robinson and Damon Mitchell stand back waiting for the Razorbacks. What a way to open up SEC play, huh? Robinson brings it out. JoJo thought he had a seam, but they bring him down right at the 20. As we take a look at tonight's Good Hands play, brought to you by Allstate. We don't have to go very far back.
Yeah, it's worth taking another look again. Watch Reynolds fake like he's going to cross in, and DJ Dean just got frozen for a half a step, and then Kyle Allen put it out there exactly where he needed to the back corner of the end zone. They ran it in for the touchdown. They threw it for the 2-point. And now we're tied.
Let's check in with Holly.
A big thank you to the track and field coach for Texas A&M, Pat Henry, because Josh Reynolds wasn't recruited by anybody. He saw some high school track tape of him and told Kevin Sumlin, I don't know if this kid can catch, but if he can, you need to have him on the football team. He ran the 310-meter hurdles, the 110 hurdles, long jump, everything. I'd say he can catch, guys.
He hurdled everybody on that drive. Tie game. First down at the 20. Draw play. Alex Collins. Collins heading to the left side. Got a block. Got the corner. Got about 13. Went down hard over there on the sideline as he, I think, ran over an A&M coach.
See, again, these are not plays designed to go outside the tackles, but when Texas A&M loses leverage on the defense, and again, I think it was Myles Garrett, went up the field, just took himself out of the play, and they ran right inside that upfield rush and got to the outside.
16-yard gain for Alex. He's well over 100 for his 3rd straight year against this Aggie defense. And here he comes again. Again, he cuts it outside on his own. To the edge, close to the first down. 9 more yards for Collins.
See, Texas A&M is continuing to rush up the field. And Arkansas is just saying, okay, Myles Garrett, if you want to rush up the field, we're going to run the ball right inside you because you're leaving a big crease. We're not throwing right now. We're running.
And they've run it out to the 46-yard line with under 2 to go. Collins again trying to find his way, and I think he did for the first down. He didn't get much, but he backed his way to the first down marker. Still unpiling bodies down there. And the offensive line's getting a little tired. I would imagine they would be. And that's Collins that's down, and that's why there's a hush in the crowd here. And if he's going to have to come out for at least one play, regardless of how he feels, and that's going to put the pressure on Williams, the freshman, again. Boy, if you're a Razorback fan, you got to just pray that this is nothing serious. Edlin again on the sideline, warming up in case he gets a shot at a field goal. Let's take another look at that. He had a tough run and he started to backpedal.
He just kind of got bent over a little bit at the end of the play.
That's a lot of pounds on you when your body's not supposed to go that way.
Well, he's 25 carries now in the ball game, 145 yards.
Remember, they lost Jonathan Williams, their other 1,000-yard back, in the preseason in camp. And that's a good sign. Alex is up, trotting off. But again, that puts some serious pressure on number 22.
And the biggest thing that Raleigh Williams needs to think about right here is take care of the football. Make sure you protect the football. Be careful fighting for extra yardage, because worst case scenario right now is we're taking this game to overtime just like last year.
They've got Sprinkle, the tight end, as the fullback here. Williams, the second man through. He's going to lose a yard. The clock winding. Minute 34 and running.
Little twist on the inside. The two defensive tackles ran a little stunt and caused a little confusion for this offensive line on that play. Big play on first down.
Drew Morgan, who's been the #1 guy, as the receiver to the right side. If Allen throws, play fake, he's pressured. The ball is down, and it's covered, I think, by A&M. It is.
One of the few times tonight that Myles Garrett has had a one-on-one pass rush against the tackle. He blew by Denver Kirkland, got to the quarterback, and knocked the ball out.
And A.J. Hilliard's the guy that recovered it.
And as beautifully as Brandon Allen has played tonight, he can't lose that football.
You just said a minute ago, worst case scenario, we're going to overtime. That's
right.
not the worst case right now. They might lose it in regulation with 64 seconds left.
Texas A&M has one timeout. Here's that formation again with Carson, a running back out here. They try to draw a cornerback on him and put a linebacker on the inside receiver.
Kyle Allen, who threw a touchdown pass and a two-point conversion, with a chance here. He's got to backpedal and scramble. Throws. I think he's out of bounds. Wait a minute. No, he's bobbling it.
Bobbling it.
That was Ricky Seals-Jones. And a flag down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 55. 15 yards, automatic first down.
Ledbetter with the hit on the quarterback. So the penalties that killed him in the first half, that's a big one right there. And now the Razorbacks trying to hustle out some different defensive personnel. First down at the 27. 56 seconds remaining in regulation. Carson in the backfield. Caden Smith is his lead blocker. Carson spinning to the 24.
Trying to center the football right now, it looks like.
Bertolette warming up. 2013, he was very effective. Last year, he was just their kickoff guy. But as a freshman, he had 3 kicks of over 50 yards. So he's got the leg if he has the aim, if he gets the chance.
Kevin Sumlin's got the one timeout. They'll probably run one more play, keep the ball in the center of the field, and use the timeout.
They snap it at 15. Carson gets near the 20.
Take it down to about 4 seconds.
And timeout. So now the whole ball game
Third charge timeout.
is on the leg
Second
of
half.
Taylor Bertolette. Again, the reason they have a chance to win it was this play right here.
Myles Garrett had been fairly quiet. They'd run the ball at him, but in that passing situation, he did his thing. He had 3.5 sacks last week, 2 in the fourth quarter that sealed the game. This one gives his team a chance to win it at the end of regulation.
I mentioned his career-long 54 this year. Coming into this game was 4 for 4, but the longest he's kicked this season was 37. This one's going to be about 38.
Again, Arkansas has gotten really good push on the inside with Jamichael Winston, number 6, and Dan Skipper, number 70, pushing right over the center.
A miss, and we go to overtime. If he hits this, it's another thrilling win and a 4-0 September for Texas A&M. Taylor Bertolette. And now timeout taken by Arkansas.
Third charge timeout of the second half, Arkansas.
Again, a year ago, looked like it was going to be a win. It ended up being a loss in overtime. Just a couple of minutes ago, it looked like it would be no worse than going to overtime until that costly turnover we just showed you. So the Razorbacks come back out after coming over to have a word with the coaches. Bertolette just standing by himself that whole timeout. Senior grad student out of Reading, Pennsylvania, to win the game for Texas A&M from 38. And he missed it. Wide right. We play overtime. By that much. Kevin Sumlin thought for sure, but no. Brett Bielema said yes.
Wow.
Well, for the second time in a month, we're playing overtime, our group.
And the second time in 2 seasons, these 2 teams are playing overtime in this stadium.
So many people spend so much time looking at this gigantic replay board at AT&T Stadium, and you saw them all looking up there to watch that one sail wide right.
And nobody in this building happier with that miss than Brandon Allen. A chance. He's had a beautiful game. 2 mistakes, an interception and a costly fumble that almost cost his team. Now he gets a chance to lead them to a possible victory in overtime.
Let's flash you back one more time to 2014. Couple of long touchdown passes in the fourth quarter to force overtime. Kenny Hill to Malcolm Kennedy, 25-yard score on the first play of overtime. And then it was Julian Obioha making the game-saving tackle. The defensive stop, and 35-28 was the final in OT.
Overtime. We're going to have one coin toss. The winner of the coin toss will choose offense, defense, or the end of the field that they want to play on. Okay? Each team will have one timeout. and each team still has one challenge left. Got it? We're going to flip the same coin. SEC logo is heads. The SEC member institution schools, pinwheel is tails. Texas A&M, you're the visiting team. I want you to call it. Tails. He's calling tails. It's heads.
Play defense.
You want to play defense. What team you want to play on? Play on that end. Okay, turn your back. Arkansas won the toss. They elect to play defense. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line from that end zone.
Brandon Allen couldn't wait to get the words defense out of his mouth when that coin was flipped, because they want to see what Texas A&M can do offensively. Then they know what they need if they score. You just saw a coin toss for the choice of offense or defense. One possession from the 25-yard line until the winner's decided. No game clock, play clock only, and you got to go for 2 on the 3rd overtime, which is what we thought we were going to have between Oklahoma and Tennessee, but we didn't quite get that far a couple of weeks ago. All right, let's keep on going.
Well, if you're A&M on offense first, your quarterback Kyle Allen has had a very solid game himself. 20 of 27, 338 yards, good decisions. And the guys that have been the big playmakers for him, Christian Kirk early, and here down the stretch, Josh Reynolds, 3 and 11, his go-to guys.
There's the numbers Todd was talking about. So 1st down at the 25.
The other thing that I think if you're Arkansas, you can't go to sleep on is him running the football. He ran it 10 times for 55 yards last week. He can be effective in the red zone running it.
First snap of overtime is Trey Carson's. And Trey close to 5. Lavin made the tackle. We get word from the Arkansas sideline from Holly that it looks like Alex Collins is okay. So when they're back on offense, we expect him to be out there. Second down at 5 at the 20. Allen going to go for all of it right here. Got it. Kirk, touchdown. '20-yard strike, and again it's number 3 that strikes.
They're working on Henry Tolliver. Tolliver never knew the football was coming. Kirk froze him and beat him right off the ball. Got separation and a beautiful throw by Kyle Allen.
What an amazing playmaker for the freshman, or a guy of any age for that matter. Bertolette, who just missed the field goal that would have won it in regulation with the extra point. Snap was low. They got the hold down, and the kick is good.
Kirk was lined up in the slot. He's right here. He's just going to run a little fade, and he gets separation. Right now, he's beat. He's beat Tolliver. The safety's late getting over, and a perfect throw by Kyle Allen. Right past the ear of the defender and away to the outside shoulder from the safety. Beautiful throw and catch.
Ledge, if this kid keeps this up, he might be an All-American as a freshman.
My goodness, he's special. Just has maturity beyond his years. You know, you just even watch his body language, the way he goes about his business. When we talk to the coaches, they said he takes notes in the meetings. He's very professional in his approach to the game. And he just put his team on front here in overtime.
Razorbacks are 0 for their last 3 extra session games, and now we got a false start on Dan Skipper, and that's not going to help their cause. They'll back it up to the 30-yard line.
False start. Offense, number 7, 5-yard penalty for a first down.
That might change the approach a little bit of giving it to Alex Collins and force a throw.
Well, you know what? Arkansas chose defense. A&M chose which end to go in the field, and they are going into the Texas A&M section here, and that noise, I think, affected Dan Skipper on that first down play.
Almost 100 yards of penalties against Arkansas, not helping the cause. 1st and 15. Draw play to Collins. Alex got a little seam. He got the penalty yardage and about another yard back.
Boy, that was an 8-man front. Very difficult to run against. But the fullback, Kendrick Jackson, got a key block to allow Alex Collins to make a positive gain out of that. High formation. Watch number 44 come right into your living room, right at the middle linebacker, Hilliard. And Alex Collins runs right off of his block.
Now they got 4 receivers, including Hunter Henry, the tight end, on a slot to the right side on 2nd down and 9. Allen looking left all the way. It goes that way, complete inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, the good news is it's 3rd down and very manageable. So any throw or pass play called here, Brandon Allen doesn't have to hold the ball long and really give those outside rushers a chance to get to him.
And if they do decide to run, they got 2 downs to get it.
That's right. Remember last year in overtime, they were stopped on a 4th down run.
Yeah. Third and 4
again.
They fake it to Collins. Allen throwing on the run. Oh, Sprinkle was slipping and couldn't make the grab at his 4th down.
Brandon Allen got a little bit out there in that place of indecision. He wasn't sure. The quick throw wasn't there. And then he was a little bit caught. Should I run it or should I try to throw it? And he short-armed that one to Sprinkle on 3rd down.
The Razorbacks can pick up 4 yards. We'll keep playing. If A&M stops them here, it's ball game. Allen will work from the gun.
Watch the crossing route.
Allen fires. Knocked down. It's over. Tried to get it out to Drew Morgan, but a great defensive play, Todd.
Great play, but maybe a hair late on the throw. Devontae Harris, their top cornerback, read it, broke in front of the ball, and swatted it away. Maybe a hair late and a little bit behind, but Harris made a great play on 4th down.
Texas A&M ends September unbeaten, and Holly's with a winning coach.
Coach, when was the last time you won a ball game like this where you just never got the football, but when you did, made it count?
Well, it's, I don't know that we've been in one like that. Great job by Arkansas. They executed their plan. Our guys kept fighting, you know. I look up, and it's the same thing as last year. We're playing in overtime on the same end. Really the same story. What a heck of a football game, huh?
How crucial is it for you to start your SEC season like this?
Well, you know, every game's crucial, but, you know, I was really proud of how our guys just kept playing. You know, we got to stop when we need to get it, got a timeout, a turnover, you know, to get all that. Taylor's been having a great year to miss that thing and come back. You know, it took a team to win a game like that, and hopefully we'll learn from this and get better next week.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, Holly.
Aggies are 4-0. The Razorbacks are very disappointed, 1-3, but what a thrilling game in overtime. 28-21 is the final. For Todd Blackledge, Holly Rowe, and our entire ESPN crew, Brad Nessler saying so long from Arlington. College football scoreboard with Adnan, and then it's USC Arizona State.
All right, Brad, thank you very much. What a thrilling finish.